They always think diet is like depriving yourself, and of course that's the worst thing. It's proven not to work. And I put in it's a solution to diet, and it's a solution to exercise.
Yes.
There's so many people who are fit who die at 48. This is very common. People who can run marathons and and then they die.
Yeah.
And you go, wow, this person is so fit, and yet they're not healthy.
Right.
So what I found is that diets and exercise are often, not always, are often very unhealthy. A diet plan can be healthy. The best diet plan that I teach people is how to get the right nutrition for breakfast so that you can forget about any diet plan, eat whatever you want, 2 more meals.
Right.
This whole thing about snacking all the time, eating all the time, your body never gets a chance to produce growth hormone.
Well, and I think the focus, it takes the focus away from what it's really about. It's about nutrition in the body and getting the right nutrition. As you say, if someone says, oh, I'm going to skip breakfast, well, guess what? You haven't eaten since you went to bed last night.
Right.
That's a big gap.
Right.
That's when your sugar levels go down. That's when you start having problems.
Absolutely, and that's for women when they produce most of their serotonin is in the first 2 hours of the day. And if they don't get the right nutrition at that time, they don't have enough serotonin, which means they'll have food cravings throughout the day, which their blood sugar drops, and they're stressed out, they're feeling overwhelmed. Now they're snacking all the time to keep their blood sugar up. And there's even books today which are telling people to eat several times throughout the day. And it does solve one problem. It solves the problem of low blood sugar if you're always eating sugar. But it doesn't do anything to teach your body how to stop using up the sugar. Why do we have low blood sugar in the first place? That's because they're not getting the right nutrition to produce the right brain chemistry. When your brain chemistry is balanced, your cortisol levels drop. You relax.
Yes.
When you relax, then your cells burn fat instead of sugar. When your cells are burning the fat instead of sugar all the time, then you don't have low blood sugar. So you don't have to eat all these little snacks during the day to keep your blood sugar up. What you need is balance your brain chemistries to lower the stress level. Your body burns fat. You have 20 times more energy. You don't feel tired during the day. You don't snack during the day. And if you want to know why the French, for example, don't have the weight issues that Americans have, it's like completely out of form, not polite, to eat snacks. They go for 4 to 5 hours without eating.
Yes.
And that's the healthiest thing. Humans are designed. If you actually look at the physiology, we're designed to go for 5 hours without eating.
Right.
What occurs in the body is after 4 hours after a meal, your physiology changes, and growth hormone, that which keeps us young and healthy, gets released. If you're eating every few hours, growth hormone never gets released, except if you go for many hours and sleep.
Right.
Which is you're not eating through sleep. Now some people are getting up to eat during sleep. It's like the craziest thing. They're going to age prematurely, and this is why we're all so sick in this country. One of the reasons is that we're not getting the right nutrition, throws our brain chemistry off, causes our cortisol levels to be elevated, causes us to go into the sugar burning mode instead of the fat burning mode, which causes more acid in the body, less oxygen to the cells, and then all the sicknesses start occurring.
Yes.
And growth hormone stops getting released. I know that was a lot of information, and it would certainly, for some people, maybe they didn't catch it all, so I apologize for that. But I only have a few minutes with you. But what's wonderful is, although the problem can be complex, the solution is simple. Come back to common sense. We know that food today is so deficient in nutrients.
Right.
So at least for breakfast, give your body, find out what those nutrients are that are missing in a normal diet.
Right.
Add that all to a really wonderful breakfast. Then forget about what you have to eat to a certain extent and just eat as much as you want for lunch and as much as you want for dinner.
Yeah.
As long as you've got 4 or 5 hours between those meals, your brain's going to produce growth hormone, which will allow you to process whatever regeneration your body has to go through. It also helps your body to detoxify all the toxins. If you're eating all the time, your body never has a chance to get rid of all the toxins that we're putting in our bodies. So that's a lot of what's in this book. You know, it's about the diet, how to improve our food plan, and exercise, the right kind of exercise. Now, I'll talk briefly about that.
Yeah.
People are all like, there's so many women who are overweight, and they go to the gym to work out like they're in their aerobics class, and they wonder they don't lose any weight. That's why they don't. Gym memberships always like last about 6 weeks, and then people stop going. Why? Because it stops working for them. Yeah. It's like it was working for some of these people, but not working for me. That's because there's different body types. Right. And the body type that tends to be round tends to put on weight because when their body gets toxic, the body stores those toxins in fat cells. Then what occurs is you go into aerobics class, which because you're already out of shape, you're not fit.
Right.
When you do that class, you're going to get out of breath.
Yes.
Any exercise which causes you to get out of breath means that you're out of breath. You're not getting enough oxygen to the cells.
Right.
When your cells don't get enough oxygen, they go into what's called the sugar burning mode. And they leave what's called the fat burning mode.
Right.
If you want to lose weight, you've got to be in the fat burning mode. If you want to be healthy, you want to be in the fat burning mode. The muscles are not designed to burn fat unless you're in an emergency. But most of us live our lives in an emergency.
Yeah.
And so we're sugar burning. So we get low blood sugar and then all these problems and then diabetes and heart disease and high cholesterol. Cholesterol gets produced from sugar, not from eating cholesterol. People have been eating cholesterol for thousands of years. Of course, butter is cholesterol. You just eat that cholesterol. It's wonderful for your body. Well, everybody's like paranoid of cholesterol. The bad cholesterol gets produced when your body becomes overacidic. The acid burns, cholesterol gets produced by your body to protect itself from the acid. Now, why does the body become overacidic? Over-exercising or over-consuming of refined sugars. So the program is when your brain sugar is balanced, your blood sugar balances, then you don't have to eat all this junk food, all this refined sugar without any willpower. You just don't want it. You're not hungry. That's the solution. It's not using willpower. It's using a little willpower, really just intelligence, to start your day, balance brain chemistry, lower your stress levels with the right kind of exercise. And the right kind of exercise is an exercise for you that you enjoy doing that doesn't put you out of breath. And I'm talking about you do 45 minutes of it, and if you're out of breath at the end, the whole thing was a waste of time.
Yeah, so do something like belly dancing.
Oh, that's great,
ballet,
particularly for women. Ballet. Well, ballet can be quite rigorous for some people.
Rather than walking or going to the gym and looking at the wall and walking on the treadmill, maybe something else, just walking around the block.
Walking on a treadmill can certainly work as long as you're not out of breath.
Yeah.
And what I have to tell people, and certainly jogging can work as long as you're not out of breath.
Yeah.
And I ask joggers, are you out of breath? Oh, no, I'm never out of breath. I watch them. Then I watch them and point out to them, you're out of breath, you're out of breath.
When you can't talk, right?
That's right. Well, you can't talk or you're just breathing in your mouth. When you're having to breathe in your mouth, that means you're out of breath. And they're not even aware of it. But this kind of exercise means the whole thing was a waste of time. It's not just for that little minute where you took your breath.
Yeah.
Generally, we all wake up in the sugar-burning mode because we're so stressed in our lives. It takes about 20 minutes if you're a trained athlete to get into the fat-burning mode. It takes 45 minutes if you're overweight of repetitive exercise that causes you to breathe a little deeper but doesn't put you out of breath.
Right.
So you could be going for a 45-minute walk. You're gradually getting into your fat-burning mode, and towards the end of that walk, you climb a hill, and now you're out of breath. You just undid everything you just accomplished. Because, see, you're not trying to burn calories when you exercise. Everybody's in that, let me burn calories.
No.
If you're burning sugar calories, it's not good for your health. It's like, so exercising, burning calories is not a healthy thing unless it's helping you get into the fat-burning mode so that the rest of the day, you're now in the fat-burning mode.
Yeah.
So if you finish your exercise and you're out of breath, you did not get into the fat-burning mode. It's almost like having sex. Imagine you do this whole romantic evening and you're doing your foreplay or getting closer and then suddenly you get a business call.
Yeah.
You interrupt the foreplay with a business call and you spend an hour on the phone talking to business. Well, as far as your wife's concerned, forget about sex tonight.
Window,
it's like you slowly build. You got to build. It's a delicate process, particularly for people today with all of our health issues, to get us back into that relaxed, fat-burning mode. It doesn't happen immediately, and it can take time to do. And there's certain nutrition that I suggest to people to take. And there's even different kinds of water that can help you burn fat.
Wow, and we can't get into all that because we only have one more minute left. But how can people get a copy of one of these books?
Well, they're certainly available through Amazon.com. Usually the bookstores are sold out. But they can go to my website, marsvenus.com. And there they can also join the blogs, men and women blogs. They can hear about the different nutritionals. They can hear about relationship skills. And more importantly, they can call one of our Mars Venus coaches. We have something called Ask Mars Venus. So right when you're in the problem, you can call one of our coaches and get support. And so you can read about that at the website as well.
Great. So you have everything in one spot, so to speak. So if anyone just logs on to that website and they can, if they have questions, do you have a phone-in area or? Well,
we have our coaches that you can call. We also have a blog where people talk about their experiences. Oh, yeah. And also there's a regular column that I write at the website.
Great.
So and also there's description of my seminars. People are probably listening, they go, well, how do I get a seminar with John? I do a seminar every month in California.
Right.
I go up at my ranch in Northern California. I do a 5-day course or a 3-day course. I do both every month. And I also do it in combination with the world's only oxygen spa. And that I've gotten this high-tech equipment from Germany. And half the time people are at my ranch, they're in the spa. They're getting oxygenated water, hot tubs, and steam rooms, and saunas, low-heat saunas with extra oxygen. We got a big dome, oxygen dome. People lie on crystal tables.
I'll have to come try this out.
It's definitely high-tech.
Yeah.
Because I'm always motivated to improve people's relationships. And I know when people are healthy and people are happy, those are the two things. Create the brain chemistry of health,
and the
happiness.
endorphins and the serotonins. Once there, because I do a radio show with a psychiatrist, and this is what we talk about. People can be they can take drugs, but they can also be on less drugs, because there are some people that actually need prescription medication.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's like a savior for some people.
But also, there's a lot of people that can be doing without it, because just through diet alone.
Yeah, what we found is actually every person who's ever